Welcome to this episode of Small Bike Stuff. This is a ride organised by Greg from Hamilton. He is a friend of mine and he has been riding small bikes for donkey's years. And the rules for this ride were everyone turn up on the same day, of course, and it was 70 kilometers per hour minimum that needed to be achieved by your bike. And we were going to do about a 200 kilometer loop around Rotorua, which is kind of the lakes district of the North Island. There's a whole bunch of lakes. We ride past 4, but my camera battery went flat, so I only really show you a couple of them. But yeah, a whole bunch of Honda 125s, Groms, Monkeys, CT. There was no DAX because we don't have the DAX in New Zealand, unfortunately. A couple of Honda NBC 110s, same motor as the CRF 110, or the Super Cub 110 from Thailand, and there was a couple of Vespas, which is nice to get some two-strokes in the mix. They're really nice to follow. They smell really good. But yeah, that's about it. I'll talk to you from the camera for the rest of the ride. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks, Greg, for putting it on. Had a blast.
Alright, so this is going to be a fun ride. This is, my bike keeps turning off, which is really annoying. But this is a long time. I haven't done a ride and filmed it in ages. I've ridden a bit, but I haven't been filming. And there's basically just a whole bunch of Hondas here, with interlaced with a couple of Vespas. There's a Yamaha over there, 2 Yamahas. There's a Scamati TL125, I think, up there. A Suzuki Let's 2 over there, so that's going to be the slowest of the day. But most of us are just running Groms, Monkeys. I've got the only wave. There's one CT, and we'll see how it goes. Time to go. So this is us. It'll be pretty spread out, but it's about a 200 kilometer loop, and it should be a good day. It's going to be wet, but it doesn't faze me too much. Hopefully I don't have any audio issues with my microphone, but that's my hand just checking if my camera's in the right position. We'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. One thing that we've just got a lake to the right of us, and I didn't talk about that before. Rotorua is essentially the lakes district of the North Island of New Zealand. There's a ton of lakes. We'll be visiting three different lakes today. This one here, Lake Rotorua. It's also a geothermal hotspot, so currently smells like eggs, sulphur, something like that. There's the lake. So it's quite a big one. There's an island in the middle of it over there. Thanking my Scott wet weather gear today for the assistance. There's a lot of us wearing it. So this here's Paul Quinn. He's got a Grom with a whole bunch of cool bits on it. This is actually the bike that the Swedish guys bought to get an engine from to replace the engine in their bike, which had broken down. So that has a rebuilt engine, which was actually the one that came from Sweden, if that makes sense. So that's pretty cool. 69. First big intersection. See how it goes. Probably a regroup point as well, I imagine. Unfortunately, it's an election year, so I've got a whole bunch of stupid posters up. Rotorua cement splashes. Watch car today. Oh no! Gravel! Well, there's mountains that you can kind of see in the distance there. That's where we're heading. We're going to go up past them, which is this kind of famous mountain bike park here in the North Island of New Zealand called the Redwoods. No, not the Californian Redwoods, although there are the same trees. But we're going up there to another lake. This will be Lake Tikitapu, otherwise known as Blue Lake, before we head to Lake Tarawera, which is famous because there was an eruption of Mount Tarawera in, I believe, 1883. And there's an old Māori village that was buried that's there, that's been uncovered, and you can go see as like a tourist attraction. And they were kind of unofficially one of the wonders of the world were there until they got blown up and removed by the or covered rather by the volcano. Anyway, yeah, big eruption, was hectic, caused some issues, lots of people died, and got rid of these things called the pink and white terraces, which I'll throw a photo over now. And yeah, so let's have a quick look through. First stop here at Lake Tarawera, and well, the first lake stop not the first stop. And I've got quite a few bikes here. So a Yamaha V50 with a Lifan swap, Honda Monkey with a 186cc kit. There's my Honda Wave with a 143, Monkey, Grom, Monkey, Chelly with a uprated engine swap. It's also the Grom, and a Grom, and a CT, and a Grom. But there are some differences in all these Groms. So this one here is stock engine power capacity wise, but you know, he's got the aftermarket side cover on there that allows him to have an oil cooler on there, so that's pretty cool. And he's got a louder pipe on there and a couple of things like that. CT has a slightly louder pipe and an oil cooler on it, and the pipe itself, you can see there, is a bit aftermarket. Nice Grom with a whole bunch of aftermarket parts, custom colour. Same with the grey. Groms didn't come out in grey. Looks pretty good. Another Grom, and these are both the new Gen 5 speeds with oil filter. NBC 110, these NBCs are from like ex-New Zealand Post basically. 110cc, same as the Super Cub 110 in Thailand. Good little engine, same as the CRF 110 actually. And another NBC. This is a Vespa, and this is where my expertise starts to disappear. So I've got a big frame. It's probably like 150, 1980 PX. Okay, another Grom. This thing here, Yamaha, what is it? FS. Yeah, FS1. Not the fizzy, almost, doesn't have pedals. And then we've got this thing here, which is a Scamati. This is TR125, I believe. 200cc. Belladonna 150 with a 180 kit. The best bike of them all, the Suzuki Let's 2. Yeah, how good. And there's everyone up there trying to keep dry, which isn't really going to happen. Nice. Listen to that. Nothing like a bit of two-stroke smoke to wake you up. Not that I'm asleep because it's bloody cold. The old touring bike. Honda NBC ex-Posty bike in New Zealand. These are available in Thailand with a different front end. I'll post a photo up of one now. They look pretty good too. The absolute top dog of the ride, that Let's 2. See you guys! I couldn't see the road finish! Oh. On a warm day, this is where you'd stop and line up all the bikes and hang out for a bit, but not today. Over there you can't actually see it, but there's Mount Tarawera, which is the one that erupted. And I had no battery when we rode past the buried village, which is the village that, got buried. So, that's alright.
It's actually quite cool when you're riding along at speed. It's got the magic wheels, like, you don't see the spokes.
Yeah!
When you're going to do what they did and cut two spokes off and just have
I know, right? A single spoke. It's Jeffy. It's his first ever time riding a Vespa on a long ride. Is that water in your fuel filter now?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Hands are cold again. It's been a good day, but we're all pretty cold, so Such is life. Get that on the big jobs, Jim. Fucking great.
That was a wicked section of the road.
Yeah.
Highway bikes. No. Take the road that's parallel to the highway and enjoy yourself, you know.